Welcome to Don't Be Alarmed, We're Negros, the podcast where we take a colorful look at life, diversity, and the game of golf from the other side of the green. Over the next hour and change, you will hear explicit golf barbershop talk penetrating your ear. Enjoy. Please note, this is a warning for explicit content. If you don't like what you hear, find another podcast, bitches.
Guys, easy on the beats, yeah. Easy on the beats, yeah.
Don't be alarmed, we're Negros.
This is El Negro.
Freeze, Negros.
Yes, indeed. It is another episode of Don't Be Alarmed, We're Negros. I am your gracious host, E. Mitch, in the building.
E. Mitch has exactly what we're looking for.
You motherfucking right, I do. Slanging and banging. And we got a good show. We got a foursome here today. We have some players out doing their domestic capacities with their families, doing work, et cetera, et cetera. But we are here to talk the PGA Championship and other things. So I'll go around the room, let you know who's here, and then we will get right to it. So we got the California champ right now for the Don't Be Alarmed Negros belt. He's doing his thing. He's actually on the shelf right now, banged up his hand, playing too much. And you would never think that there's too much golf. But this guy found the limit. We got our cousin, Chachi.
Now you all know my cousin Chachi.
What's happening, Chachi?
What up, man? I'm just happy to be on here talking golf because I'd be bored as all hell. If I can't play golf, I would be building some shit in my backyard, but I can't be doing that with a busted up hand. And it happens to be my left hand. I'm left-handed, so it just makes it worse.
Man. Oh, man.
Fuck.
Are we sure it was a golf injury?
Hey, I'm married. I'm married. I don't got to deal with that shit.
I'll restate the question. Is it sure it's a golf injury?
For real. That voice you hear, he comes and hangs out with us amateur golfers, and he teaches us a lot about golf. If he comes out here and plays for that DBA championship belt this fall or late summer, if he comes, he's got to give us 60 strokes.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know if that's enough, man.
I know that's right. We got our resident pro in the building. We got Mikey in the house.
Let's get Mikey. Yeah.
What's happening, Mikey?
What's going on, fellas? I got issues with 60 shots, though. I mean, I get penalized because I've dedicated my life and time and blood, sweat, and tears to this game, so I get penalized. That ain't right.
You don't have a busted hand.
Oh, fuck. I got a busted body, dude.
We're going to cut it in half and double it. We're going to cut it in half and double it.
There you
For
go.
real.
That's more fair.
Super fair. I will go to you, Suge, while we're waiting on this next guy's audio to load. Hey, we got our guy, the number one Nuggets fan in the nation, in the building. He's the one that helped Joker raise that MVP. We got Suge in the building. What's happening, Suge?
What's happening? How y'all fellas doing, man? It's good to see y'all. It's good to be back. It's been a minute, man, but we back on that ass. Talk about some golf here as we wait for Mr. Davis.
Kiss my ass, sugar.
Yes, indeed.
Join us here.
Well, and I mean, you already know me, but Mr. Davis has been extremely busy out there rebuilding the town of Enid, Oklahoma. And he's actually here. So when he joins us, we will have him jump on there. But,
one slab at a time.
One slab. Oh, he's here. Okay. All right. Well, hey. Hey, man. She's looking for you, Marcus.
Just woke up.
Oh. Yeah, you've been working hard.
You got that Barry White voice right now.
He sure did. Just woke up.
We've been going from days to nights and nights to days. So
damn, it's probably getting hot.
I worked 21 hours yesterday.
Ooh,
Shit.
yikes.
Is it? But
And then probably the same a couple days before that.
Is it because it's hot out there? Are you guys doing like shifting the nights, or just because there's so much to do?
Well, operation manager is an idiot. That's why.
Oh,
It's not. That's not. It's we're supposed to do nights when it's hot, but it hasn't gotten that hot yet. So
well, we appreciate you jumping on here with your 21 hours and your Barry White voice, man. The ladies, you're gonna bring us a whole nother audience with this.
Right. No doubt.
my wife said better not.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, she's here in the building.
All right. In the building. Yes,
So-
ma'am. All right. So we have a great show for you. We actually have a fivesome. Hey, I don't even know if that's a word, but Suge, what are we talking about today?
As we always do, we're gonna hit you with that top golf news of the week. We got this week's PGA Championship. We got the 19th hole. We're gonna talk about some golf trip ideas with some locations for you. Tell us where you think we should go, or if you have some suggestions. So we'll throw out the ways to get at us on that. We got the Negros Corner, legendary caddies of Augusta National, and then we got our weekly section, or when we bring this podcast to you, the section, the golf gigging song of the week, hate it or love it, as well as what are we hating on. So with that, the golf gigging song of the week will be La Russell, and then link up with Motion.
Yep.
So that's
he's LaRusso's on fire, man.
Yeah.
He's been doing stuff, and he just been putting shit out. Like he's taken the whole blueprint of Wiz Khalifa and Larry June, just saturating the market, and you can't escape him. He's out there. He's growing himself. So
and underground, like he's doing it. He's employing people he knows, friends, his family. So he's bringing people up with him too, man. So it's a good thing to see. So as we make that transition, let's hit that golf news of the week.
welcome to the Negros Golf News. All right, so it's no secret. Got the PGA Championship going on this week, and there was a couple of special exemptions given to a couple of players out there, which everyone wants to see play here. So we got Tiger Eldrick Woods, which looked pretty good in practice, but practice doesn't mean a lot. And then we got Mr. Gooch. He's joining. He's jumped in the building. So I have a couple of questions for you guys. Do you think Gooch has a chance at all? He's been playing decent golf. Do you think he has a chance at all at this PGA Championship? Or is it just like, hey, I just want to be with the big boys, now let me get my ass kicked?
He's either going to contend or miss the cut.
Oh, I like it. Okay.
I don't think he comes close to contending.
Okay.
You never know. I mean,
No,
he has played good. I mean, he's won
Yeah.
4 times on the live. He's a good player. Just
I think there's a lot of pressure, and I
yeah,
think
that's either he's going to rise to it or he's going to shift it in.
I think it's going to hurt him.
He brought that on himself, though, right? Saying that he should get these exemptions and be in there. So you hear now. Let's get to it. But with Tiger, they gave Tiger one, and Tiger's been playing like dog shit. So they needed the name. He's here. And my question to you all is, does Tiger make the cut?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to say he flirts with it, but he misses.
Okay.
This would be two majors in a row. Like,
he made the cut last time.
He made the cut, Augusta.
what I'm saying is,
I'm gonna give it to him. I'm gonna say he just barely makes it.
Okay.
Barely makes it.
Especially, I mean, I guess they got some rain out there, so it's wet, and him walking in the wet, I can't see it. He's just not tournament tough anymore.
He likes it wet, though. Sorry, that was my last joke. Sorry.
I think.
Was it supposed to rain while the tournament's playing, or was it just rain before?
I think
It's supposed to rain Friday, Saturday, I think.
Never mind. He's missing the cut.
Yeah, I don't think
with his injury.
And I don't think he finishes. I think Phil does better than Tiger.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say, Marcus?
He's muted.
Oh,
That rain's gonna probably mess with his injury, aches and pains.
Mm-hmm.
so is he missing? On your opinion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just write that down.
I'm starting to bet. I'm starting to bet the other way on Tiger now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sugar, you got miss or mate?
I think he's gonna miss, man. I think it's gonna be too rough out there. And I think there's other guys that are gonna make it tough they're gonna extend. It's gonna be tough, man. I think there's guys playing better golf, man, and that number is gonna be too high for him.
I don't know if the number's going to be that high. You got to shape those shots there. You got to actually work the ball a little bit out there. Looking at what I've read and saw. So you got to play a little target golf out there. He's known to do that. You don't have to be a long ball if his irons are on. I'm going to take Tiger to make it.
It's going to be windy too.
I'll take him to make it with that. It might help him a little bit.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I got on that line, but that wetness, I'm just gonna pushes me down.
For real. So it was just announced that Happy Gilmore 2 has got the green light and will be premiering on Netflix. So with no Carl Weathers, he just passed away and stuff like that. But do you think they should leave it alone, or did they wait too long?
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes. That's not gonna be the same without Bob Barker.
Mm-mm.
True. Yeah, they lost two cats in there, man.
Well, Carl died in the original one, so
Yeah,
Right.
That's true.
but he was still. I mean, they still was.
yeah,
Yeah,
They could have brought him back from
They can
Yeah.
AI
memories
him
or
in.
dreams or something stupid like that.
They can AI
sure.
him in.
That's true.
I wonder if they got that George Lucas budget though. So what is
Netflix.
My students can do it on our school computers, so you don't need to.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
How much does everybody spend a month on Netflix? They got the money. They're good.
They're good. Yeah, for sure. They keep
I don't
raising
know,
that price too.
I'm gonna disagree a little bit. I think it's because I felt that way like about White Men Can't Jump, and then I watched it and I was like, that was pretty good. It's not.
Sure.
It's not supposed to be the last one.
Mhm.
It's
Sure.
a new iteration of it. So if
Yeah.
they do that, it's a new iteration of Happy Gilmore for today's age. Fine.
Yeah.
Like
I
Top
had-
Guns, I thought did a good job of that for the most part.
Yep.
In their Maverick.
Adam Sandler is going to be in it. So, I mean, you got the main one, and I think Shooter McGavin will be in there too.
he's
So,
supposed to be in it
I
too,
mean,
yeah.
those are the two main people. So, it could end up being good. Like you
What if
look
they're
at,
coaching their kids or something?
And that's what
Yeah.
I was thinking it's about too. It's like a grown-ups, you know what I mean? Like I kind of
Mhm.
feel like it might be kind of in that same, Happy Gilmore grown-ups type vibe.
I'm convinced the Hollywood world has 5 movie scripts, and
Yeah.
they keep remaking them.
they just keep remaking shit outside of those 5 originals.
So they do talk about this in English that there's like 26 storylines or something like that.
I
And
honestly
they just
think
keep
5
repeating
is too
those
many.
same ones.
It's not.
I think it's more like 2, Marcus. It's 2.
It's a remake. We were just talking about it today because they redid the movie Twister, which was filmed now.
Oh, did they really?
Twisters.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Oh man. So now they just put an S on it.
But multiple tornadoes now, not just one.
Yep.
Said, I wonder what that's about. That's what I say anymore.
But you got enough people that aren't old like us that haven't seen that original, and so
True.
they go out and watch it.
Coming to America wasn't too bad when it came out, like the second one, right? So I thought they did a decent job on it, and that shit was funny. And they brought the new comics out there to kind of do their thing or whatever. So it just depends on what angle they take and what they do.
Not as good as the original though.
So would you rather them make a Happy Gilmore 2 and have Sandler and McGavin or whatever, or make another movie that's basically that same movie but not related with those names or anything like that? So making a new one for today's generation.
You mean the Ghostbusters chick
You mean-
movie? Yeah,
you
that,
mean-
that
No,
went over
because
great.
Ghostbusters was still called Ghostbusters. I'm saying
You mean like Caddyshack?
take the Mighty Ducks, which is basically the Bad News Bears, or the Bears, of the years ago, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same movie. It's just different. It's not actually connected. So do you want a sequel that's connected? Or
Wildcats.
just a whole different movie, but really is the same storyline.
Yeah.
I'll just say, just throw the same movie out there. Let's see what they can do. They
Snoop
know
just did.
they
They need to, if you're gonna remake one, go remake Wildcats.
Snoop just did Bad News Bears.
He did.
Right.
It actually wasn't that bad of a movie.
Oh,
though,
was
when
it
you watch
good? Was it? I haven't seen
It
that
was
one.
decent.
I mean, The
Decent.
Rock did it. The Rock did it with the kids in prison or in juvenile hall. I mean,
Yeah.
it just keeps
Yeah.
going over and over again.
They should make a new Caddyshack though.
Yeah,
That shit
new
is
Caddyshack
comedy.
would be dope too.
That would be dope.
You got to leave that
See?
one alone.
Would you rather call it Caddyshack or just call it some other stupid movie name?
That's-
And
That's
Because
true.
if you're gonna have some of the same people in it, then I think you
Because Chevy Chase is still living, right?
Chevy
he's
Chase
still
is
around.
still around, and so is Bill Murray. So
but then you're up against those ideas of comparing to the first one versus just make a movie
Yeah.
about golf
Sometimes-
that's fun and
sometimes
whatever.
you just leave the shit alone.
Yeah.
Well, Will Ferrell's doing that golf show on Netflix, a 10-part comedy
Yeah.
called Golf or something like that. So
Oh really? I haven't even
Yeah, I
that.
heard about that. It should be pretty decent. Well, he's funny as fuck. I don't know.
I think didn't we mention it on here?
No,
We
so
might
I
have,
never
but
heard of
that
it.
shit is comedy.
did.
He's a comedy dude. That dude be having me out. So now we move from Happy Gilmore to more of a. Oh, it's not really somber. I mean, Rory filed for divorce, so it's not like his lady was leaving him. You know what I'm saying? So Rory has now filed for divorce from his wife Erica. And so I wonder if Tiger is going to show him the ropes on how to deal with that, but she's going to get some bread for sure.
no, they had a prenup.
Yep, prenup.
If Tiger Woods shows anything about the ropes after marriage, and Rory's not going to make the cut either.
He might make the match. He might win the match.
No. Hey, Marcus. Marcus, pre-marriage, 4 majors. Post-marriage, 0 majors. I think that streak just got him on tilt, and he's like, I got to go back to what I was doing before. If I can cut everything.
Go get you a marriage or go get you a major.
That it could be, because you think about this. There's always, we talk about it on this show, there's been a curse. Every time those guys get hitched, right? You hear
They
them
play like shit.
Oh, it's a fall off, an instant fall off.
Mm-hmm. Life
Now-
changes. You have
Mikey, did that happen to you?
your life
No.
changes.
Exactly.
Whatever.
He quit playing before.
Some people deal with it better than others, but life does change. Life fucking changes whether
Well,
you.
shit.
you know.
And
Hey,
you know this
Scheffler has
stuff-
no problem.
Well, this stuff was in the back of his head last week, and look what he did last week. He
Right.
fucking
Played well.
ran away with it. So.
Well, they won, and then they won him and what's his name, Lowry.
yeah.
They win
Lowry.
the one before that too, right? So he's kind of on a heater.
I'm
the shit
telling
didn't
you,
cook up on Sunday night to Monday.
true. And I told Booger earlier, because he's not on the show, I said, he was like, you really think he's gonna be all right? I was like, Rory is playing like
Playing
he's
good.
like
He's
using
playing
that
good.
energy, and he's like, oh, I just want to get away. I'm gonna focus on golf and not deal with the home life and everything like that. And it seems to be paying off for him, And usually a lot of people, once you've go through a little bit of heartbreak, that shit can give you a lot of motivation, for real. Been there. So, yeah, we'll see what Rory does this week. Speaking of Rory,
Farside did that too.
no. I mean, I was motivated there though. I ain't gonna lie, but we got the PGA Championship this week. Suge, give us a rundown of the PGA Championship and what we're looking at.
It's going to be at the Valhalla Golf Club out there in Louisville, Kentucky. Par of 71, 7,609 yards. The purse of $17.5 million. We got a
Yes,
real
indeed.
loaded field that includes 16 live players.
Yeah, for real. It's a good field.
Wait, how
It'll
much was
be
the purse?
17.5 mil.
Wasn't the signature event something like that anyway?
For real.
Just asking.
Just say, man, but that's
Fair enough.
still some good bread. Shit.
There are some interesting pairings out there. People are all worried about this dynamic with Tiger and Phil. I didn't know that they are like at the point where they want to throw blows, but I guess there's some really bad blood with these two.
I say let it happen, man.
Yeah. Who cares?
Phil might whoop Tiger's ass. I can't even.
But you never
Phil
know.
would whoop Tiger's ass. Yes.
Yes.
I mean, them calves, you know what I'm saying? He get
Yeah,
them.
he be doing that thing.
Yeah.
For real, don't let him leave his feet. That's always a rule for a few people.
Mm-hmm. Watch it.
Great pairings, expert picks and stuff out there. Hey, we're going to go through and give who we think is going to win. And then we have the PGA Championship game, and if you guys have been listening to us like we did the Masters, we're gonna choose 5 players on our teams, and then how they place is how gonna be the score, and the one with the lowest score will be the winner. And so I'll go around the room. Marcus, who do you have winning the PGA Championship this week?
Good one. Say Scheffler. But
Okay.
give me Will Zalatoris.
Whoa.
He
Okay.
came in top 10 in the Masters. Well, he might compete a little bit.
Okay. There we go. Chachi, who you got winning?
I'm gonna go Bryson.
Nice. That's been a common pick there. Mikey.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think Rory's going to do it.
Oh.
Well,
wow.
That was my
I did not
second
expect
pick.
that
You know what?
from you, Mikey.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think he's going to do it.
Okay.
Holy shit balls.
And I am going to throw a little dark horse out there for you too. If Rory doesn't do it, I think his European teammate Tommy Fleetwood.
Tommy, huh?
I like
Fleetwood
Tommy.
Mac out there.
All
I
right.
think Tommy might get his first ever PGA Tour win.
Wow. I like it.
He's always close. Like he's always threatening.
Yeah.
I'll pick for Booger for Booger.
Ricky Fowler.
Ricky Fowler.
Oh, yikes.
Wait, is Varner playing?
I thought he was going to go with the Corda sisters. I wasn't sure about that.
Arner did not get the invite, I don't think.
Suge, who you got winning?
You know, man, I gotta take this dude because I know he's gonna win one. I'm gonna go with Brooks.
Okay. I like it. Booger sent me his pick earlier. So his pick is Bryson with his sleeper of being John Rahm.
What?
My pick, I'm gonna go with you, Suge. I got Brooks. I think he's just been kind of sitting. You can see his demeanor. I kind of watched his press conference and stuff like that. He's really loose. Looks like he could play well, but I thought that with the Masters too. And you know,
he just won in Singapore, so
yeah. And it's, this is weird, but this dude is always like, he goes and kind of ebbs and flows, but you can kind of see him. Like, I agree with you, leading up to this, man. Like he's kind of on top of his game right now. And I think that's why I picked him.
So Booger, his 5 players that he has Cam Young, Rory, Xander, Bryson, and Brooks. So that's Booger's 5. Chachi, who's your 5?
So I had Bryson, of course, since I had him to win. I had Rory because I actually think he might win, but I don't know, that pressure. Brooks, Scotty, and J Day.
Whoa.
I had Scheffler, Schauffele as well, but I picked Day over him because they played pretty well this last week.
Okay. Mikey, who you got?
I got Rory and Fleetwood, of course. That's hard to bet against Scotty Scheffler. I got Brooks Cupcake. That pains me. And I'm going to ride my boy Ludwig Abear.
Abear.
His second official major.
Heard.
Okay. Got you. All right, Suge, who you got?
I got Brooks. I'm gonna put Sung J M up there.
He's been playing well, yeah.
I'm also gonna put Ludwig Aberg up there. I'm gonna say Bryson and Scotty.
Marcus.
Give me Zalatoris, of course. Scheffler, Rory, Bryson, and give me Mickelson. I think he's gonna try and kick Tiger's ass in comparison.
I think so too, man.
I like it.
And I think there's a bet out there. There's some sites that are actually betting or letting you bet head to head who plays better.
I like it.
Did anybody not take Scheffler?
1,
You'd be dumb
2,
if you didn't.
3. No, because even Booger didn't take Scheffler.
That's easy points.
Okay, so let me ask you. I saw a headline. I didn't read the article. Is he this generation's Tiger? Not Tiger.
Fucking stop
this
it.
generation's
Just
Tiger.
stop it.
Not yet.
I'm just saying. That's what the article talked about.
Stop it.
No, I don't think so.
Because other than him, and again, I don't think so necessarily either, but I'm just saying this. The article had this. It was a headline. Other than him, who's even won 2 tournaments in a row in the last 10 years?
Yeah, but I think
Rory?
Maybe Rahm. I don't know if Rory. Yeah,
Rory
maybe
just did it the
Rory,
last 2 weeks.
but I think it's all messed
well,
up.
that
because of the
little
split.
partner one, but
I think it's all fucked up now because of, you can't. I mean, you could speculate,
I'll
but
put it.
we can't. The last couple years, we can't say that because there's players that moved to the live.
I'll put it like this. I think his name is being mentioned because he's winning how he's winning, but not nearly the buzz with the youth that Tiger had with the youth when he was winning.
No, you're absolutely right.
True.
I mean, but there was also the whole racial breakthrough in terms of golf with Tiger.
And Tiger
that'll never get matched again. I mean, because right at the breakthrough,
the golf was, and here's the golf with when Tiger was playing, he hit shots that were different. Like when I see Scotty, he's just he's a phenomenal.
He's more consistent than anybody else by
for
far.
real.
Yeah,
Now
like
that is
he's
true.
so consistent, but I don't see him hitting shots or putts like Tiger did.
Well, Tiger had to hit those shots because he was spraying his fucking driver long and
That's
everywhere.
my point. That's why I don't want to necessarily compare him to Tiger in the sense because he's a different player.
Yeah,
Tiger was bombing the ball compared to everybody else. This guy's just so much more consistent than everybody else.
With everything.
Speaking of bombing the ball, though, that dude Rory can fucking smoke that thing. It's so crazy to watch that shit. That little dude and how he comes through and smokes that ball is crazy. And I'm like, damn.
These conditions, you know what? These conditions are probably going to help him, man, because he's
long balls. It's always going to help the bomber when it's wet.
Yeah,
because the fairways are wider.
It doesn't run. Yeah.
I got Brooks, Rory, Bryson, Cam Young, and Scheffler on mine too. So let's kind of see what happens there in the PGA Championship. Hey, it kicks off tomorrow. Of course, I've seen it everywhere, and I'm sure you guys dealt with it too. It's going to be played everywhere, right? So just pick your app and try to figure out, because at certain times they're going to fucking shut your coverage off. Like you're watching like this and they'd be like, oh, your event has ended here.
I hate
you got to flip and go to another channel, which they got to figure this shit out. And then you can stay on the app or stay where you're watching it, right? So for example, ESPN, right? You're watching it there, but then you have to choose another group to watch because this other group, which is Marquee, is going to the, say, Golf Channel or whatever, right? And so it's kind of crazy.
Real quick, Mikey, question on this. Have you ever played this course or known anyone that has played this course?
I know somebody that's played it, but I've never played it.
It looks tough.
Yeah.
It's a big park. It looks good.
Yeah, it's in great shape. It looks great. The thing that I was reading about it, they were like, these guys are going to have to know how to work the ball a little bit. The weather could come into play there. And just be smart. Some people are going to be aggressive. I can see Rory being aggressive because he can. So he's going to try to outshoot some shit. Bryson's probably going to do the same thing.
Probably mad.
Well, he's mad. He's probably got a lot of built up in him. Happens. So we'll see. Should be a good tournament. So we have the 19th hole coming up, and the 19th hole is brought to you by my favorite push style electric caddy company, Moto Caddy. When Sugar, Booger, Marcus, E-Mitch, all of us are on the courts playing and doing our thing, we use the Moto Caddy M5 GPS DHC electric caddy. It has downhill control, electric parking brake, 9-speed settings, GPS, onboard charging, and many other features. All these attachments are great. You can put your beer there, your seltzers, and all those things. MotoCaddy, the #1 cart company in the world, can get you right for the course today. So head over to motocaddy.us and check out all the dope push carts they have to offer. Bags, everything. So check them out. Enjoy. They're a great company. The 19th hole, we'll bring you this right now.
Listen, I'm on the 19th hole and I'm looking at a gimme.
The 19th hole. Hey, everyone has been talking about these golf trips. Like Bandon Dunes is a very popular one. But they say there's others out there and regions and locations and stuff like that that players should go to. So want to kind of talk about like what are you guys looking for when you guys go on a golf trip? Like, I mean, some of the things that I have is like I want all the golf courses to kind of be like the Bandon, like all in one area, like right there, right? Like we don't have to leave and get in the car and drive anywhere or do all this. We just show up and we're on the property. We're staying there, we're eating, we're drinking there, and we play golf there. So there's no issues with driving, having a designated driver, 2 people driving 6 other people while they're sleeping and you're tired, you know, shit like that. And just making sure you have the right mix of folks that want to go out and play golf, right?
Talking like you came from experience on that.
I've been there before. You be driving back from a golf, and everyone's tired and drinking, and it is quiet in that car. And at some point, I've been in a car with Booger, and all of us was asleep. So,
who's driving? I don't know. Shit.
So, what say you about golf trips? Are they overrated? What do you guys think? Would you guys participate? Let's go around the room and kind of talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, with the right mix, for sure, it'd be absolutely fun to do. That Northern Michigan one looks awesome, though.
For sure.
And not just being a Red Wing fan, but it's fucking gorgeous up there.
I bet. I mean,
so if you want to do one, the Red Wings do have training camp up there in Northern Michigan. You know, end of September when the fall leaves start changing. I'd be down for that.
Nice.
Can we get sponsored? We get sponsored to go out there on that
Possibly.
One. All right.
I can get tickets to training camps and some of the games if you need me to. But
Marcus, what say you about a golf trip?
Not interested in Michigan. Been there, done that. I truly think it doesn't get the right, like you said, the right group of people. And you can almost find anywhere in the country. There's a lot of good places to play golf in the country.
Sure.
You know, so it could be anywhere as long as we're playing golf and having fun. I'm not too picky about it.
I agree.
If you look at the prices, though, have you guys looked into Bandon?
It's ridiculous.
Dude, it's cheaper to go to Scotland and play than it is to go to Bandon Dunes.
Has Bandon always been that expensive, though?
No. They're booked out for like 2 years out.
Right.
So
the popularity.
Yeah, you can they can charge whatever the hell they want.
I mean, Marcus took the words out of my mouth. That's what I was gonna say. Is like, San Diego has its fair share of golf courses. There's been fewer now than there used to be, unfortunately. But if I didn't live here, I think you could come here and find 2 or 3 courses that you could play and have a fantastic time. And I'd rather do that. I imagine there's somewhere, if I go to Colorado, if I go to Colorado Springs or to Aurora or Denver or whatever, I'm sure there's a couple of good courses that are well kept up, that are, fun to play. I'd rather do that than, I'm not going to say Augusta. I'd like to try to play that. But I mean, rather than going to Bandon Dunes or something like that and spending a fortune, I'd rather go play 3 rounds with my friends in somewhere else. I bet you there's places all over the country that are just different climates, different topography. It'd be amazing.
Yep. I thought, like, on that list that we kind of had in our notes there, the stuff in Myrtle Beach looked amazing too. Like, it just looks like it would be a good time. There were some different style courses going on, and could probably be a fun time down there. As far as just like atmosphere too, right? Probably good eats, probably great drinks, everything. They have Alabama listed on there too.
I don't know.
I don't know if
I don't know about that.
We'll see.
So
I'm beige.
I've been traveling down south because my daughter danced in a HBCU style dance, and so I went to Alabama recently. Been to Mississippi recently. Yeah, I bet you there's some good golf down there. I mean, it's real green. I mean, it's a lot of rain down there, so it's real green.
They want you on them courses.
We got to get off them courses before it gets dark. That's all.
100% on that.
Where's all the torches coming from? No, I'm just kidding.
That'd be cool to just find a place that may have a good night course. Throw that in there.
You bring up, that's a good point. I would love to go. Here's what I'll say about the golf trips. I think you have to, again, go with the right people that are focused on golf. I think that makes the trip better because then everyone's focused on the same thing. I would like to go play somewhere where you can play some night golf. So you have options like that. There's a couple places in Arizona that actually offer night golf now and through the rest of the season. So
Vegas,
anyone wants
right
to
off the strip.
Yeah. Anyone wants to make a trip, let's.
Arizona is becoming the hot. I mean, they have the courses and stuff, but they're becoming the hotbed for influencers and shit and golfers moving there like in droves right now.
You mean where everybody likes to play golf instead of going to the mall and shopping and
Yeah, man. It's kind of like 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 when Suge Knight got up there and was like, "You don't want you a producer dancing in all the videos." We want to play golf, man.
Getting mad about splitting the bill.
Right. Yeah, man. We out here. Can I live?
Hey, I had one piece of calamari, man.
Niggas asleep.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Right.
Niggas was asleep. Wake up, man. Let's go play golf.
I think it would be fun to just get out on these trips. I know the commish who said after he planned, because he sent out the notes and stuff the itinerary for the Hard Knock Slice tour and everything. He's going to come and make an appearance on the show, but he actually had a roster of different areas and stuff that he would like to attend and stuff like that. One thing that he did mention, he was like, Bob plays sports and you got Fat Perez and all them. They're having a fun tournament down in Arizona here in a few weeks. And he was like, we should all try to hit that because it's like going to be annual. Like all these influencers having these tournaments. So that's what they're doing now.
That's what's happening.
So, yeah. So next up after that, let's hit the Negros Corner. I didn't have my theme song for that yet. I've been writing and working on that one. But this Negros Corner is something special. So there's a book out there talking about the legendary caddies of the Augusta National. And it's written by Ward Clayton. And they just re-released it actually again. So it's been out there before. And all of a sudden they re-released it now. And it's getting a bunch of traction, right? So it talks about all the caddies like Burnt Biscuits, Skinny, Skillet, Marble Eye, Stovetop, or whatever the fuck their names are, right? They all got these like street caddy names or whatever, but it goes deep into the caddy's view, like the racism, but the things that they saw inside the clubhouses, right? With the greats that you never hear about, like all these stories and everything that you see that we would never be privileged to share in without this book or whatever. So it's been re-released. It's on Amazon right now, I think, for $17.96.
I bet you those dudes could play some golf, man.
Jim Thorpe was a caddy out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I mean, you pick up on a lot of stuff, and I mean, being a caddy,
crazy.
Right, you learn a lot of stuff, right? Like the golfers know how to play, but how to read and see things. You're like, hey, go do this, do that. Hey, you hit this, we mark that, and everything like that. That's got to translate to some of your game.
Mm-hmm.
So,
no doubt.
I don't know.
I mean, at least to hustling. You know what I mean? At least go out there and hustle, man. Go out there and make your bread a different kind of way. And I bet you they did do that.
Mikey, as a pro golfer, like how
reformed.
did you?
I'm a reformed pro golfer. I'm not a pro golfer anymore.
Sorry, reformed. When you were playing or when you were out there working and doing your thing, like how did you choose your caddy? Was it like, hey, I want to have just a volunteer, whoever wants to jump on this fucking bed because I'm just playing golf and I need a caddy? Or did you have criteria on how you chose caddies or what you were looking for?
Mainly when I was playing, it was a lot of my or one couple of my good friends. So it was guys that knew me, knew my game really well, knew how to kind of keep me a little bit more focused and not flying off the handle. So knew what to say at the right time type thing. But I never just had a random caddy out there. So it was always guys that I was really tight with that understood the game and understood my game.
Was a personality thing like key for you? Like someone that you could kind of talk to?
Yeah, just that they knew when to say something to me and when not to say something to me.
Oh,
So it's when I start getting a little bit heated, it's if they know to either, hey, let's try to take your mind off of it, or just kind of let me go for a little bit and then pick back up with a conversation about something else. So it was a balancing act, my mental midgetness. So
nice. Chachi, I have a question for you. Could you caddy on Booga's bag or have Booga caddy for you?
I would have to have
no
Booga caddy
fucking
for me.
chance.
I couldn't
about that
caddy for Booga, no way.
Like an old married couple, man.
That would not work. Like he could caddy for me. I think it could work. Because he knows I'd be getting in my head, and he knows like to tell me that quit thinking so damn much, just hit the damn ball. But caddying for him would be tough. Because and I'll say it this way, because he's a field player. Because of the exact opposite. Because I'm in my head, he ain't trying to be in his head. When it comes to golf, he's just trying to do his thing. So
right. Marcus, on the Hard Knock Slice, I'm just gonna throw a person out there for you. Could you caddy for Bumba Ali, or would you have him caddy for you?
Yeah, basically caddied for him when he won the fucking tournament.
You told him everything?
Yeah, he was getting in his head, and I was coaching him, get out your head, and just coaching him along and helping him pick his shots, and the motherfucker won.
Yeah,
I don't think he could caddy for you.
He knows golf a little bit, but
I think because I'm just saying.
Yeah, he could. I think we could caddy for each other. Yeah, I think.
Hey, Suge, you got a caddy.
It just has to be at a decent time because
for real,
you couldn't do night golf.
Yeah, he's definitely out of night golf.
Yeah.
My player had to forfeit after 9.
Late, man.
His tracker went off.
Mm-hmm.
Could you caddy for Vish, Suge?
Yeah, I could caddy for Vish.
Would you let him caddy for you?
No.
You gotta watch his kid while you caddy.
I know, because he's probably gonna have to. I've already made mistakes with Vish, man. Motherfucker handed me a cup which I thought was water when we were in Vegas. I have a hard time trusting Vish, like with those kinds of decisions. Like the nigga gave me a cup and it was full of vodka, dude.
He thought it was water.
Whole cup.
Suge said, "Hey, I'm thirsty. I need some water." He was really struggling. This dude Vish just handed him a cup, and it looked like water to me. And Suge tipped it up and finished it. And before it hit his throat, before he could realize it, it was already gone. So that dude was tore up in that club. Tore up.
And so I can see Vish. This is what I can see Vish doing to me, man. Hey, man, give me the right club. And this motherfucker just hand me anything. He would just, here you go.
For real. I can see that happening.
Yeah.
But hey, check out the legendary Caddies of Augusta National. Check out the book. Everything. My copy is on its way. Should be a good read. But now we are coming to the part of the show that everyone loves. Hey, it's the hate section of the week. I didn't collect any hate from you listeners, and it's probably good because you guys are probably talking shit and I don't care. So we're just going to give our hate on what we're hating on. So does anyone here have any hate this week that they're going through? Marcus?
Hate being here. Tornado infested Oklahoma. It's I don't know. I'm just tired of being here.
For real. I feel that.
We were just talking about that, me and Casey today, that I haven't spent any time at home this year. Probably in the last calendar year, I haven't spent any time in my home. And I'm watching the games and stuff like that. Nuggets play. They showed it downtown. Not that we go downtown a lot, but it's just like, damn, hey, I just want to go home.
Yeah, that's my place.
Yeah. So.
Stand out.
Anybody else? Chachi, you said no?
I just hate being injured. That's it.
Oh, yeah. For real.
I got a little hate.
Okay.
I got a little hate in the fact that, oh, hey, Mikey, next time you're on the show, you can pick the song. Oh, hey, Mikey, next time you're on the show, you can pick the song. Oh, hey, Mikey, next time you're on the show, you can pick the song.
Hey, you can pick the song right now.
What would be the song? What is it?
Nope, not happening. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Who's next?
Yeah. All right. Yep. You got us.
Hey, Mikey.
Yes, sir.
On the next show, you definitely pick the next song.
I'll text Boog. Hey, you guys doing a pod next week? No, fuck, not doing that. Fucking drops and I see it. Oh, really, fuckers.
You know, do you have some?
No, go ahead. I do. I got one. Go ahead. You go.
You know, here's what I'm gonna say, man, about like
service department.
It takes over here in this part of Denver, it takes these motherfuckers a long time to repair the road. So you know how they strip the road and then they usually come back in the same week and they'll repair it, right? Well, on Green Valley Boulevard over here, they have stripped that road, the part of the road, for probably a good, I'd say, a 5-mile section, maybe not that long, but it's a long way. And it's been that way for it's been like 3 weeks. It's taking that long, man. It's been nice weather.
They fucking up y'all's cars.
It's your overnight. It's your overnight temps. It's the problem.
Well, these motherfuckers over here cannot drive in that shit because they hit that little bump, that little indentation, and they fucking they shit up.
For real.
It's fucking cars up, and then you just see there's accidents over there because it's fucked up and people stop. And then if you're not familiar with the area, you're just gonna keep coasting. So I saw someone hit somebody else the other day just because of that. So, you know, go fix that shit, man. It's warmer out here. There ain't
it's your overnight temperatures. That's part of the reason I'm still stuck in this fucking hellhole, because we have an asphalt company that has to do a leveling course in front of us that we subbed it out to, and they can't get out of our way for the same reason.
Too cold.
Yeah, overnight temps. That shit sucks.
But you know, global warming ain't real. May. It's May.
Well, we're gonna see. Hopefully they get it fixed, because some of them highways around here is fucked up too. I ain't even gonna lie. You better look where you're driving, or otherwise your alignment is fucking gone.
I can't tell you.
It'll be hot. It'll be hot where you guys are at that first weekend of June. It'll be nice and warm around you guys.
Nissans and little souped up Subarus and shit getting fucking they rolled up.
What you laughing at, Eric?
I get where you're getting at, and I can hear
fucking they shit up over there. I'm telling you, just car parts. If anybody needs car parts, just go to the corner of Tower in Green Valley. You'll find some.
A full pile sitting out there.
Find a pile on a regular basis. I'm hating on you. Fix that shit
for real
when you can.
I'm hating on, and this is for East Coast and West Coast, the NBA referees. They have got to be stopped. They've got to be. You looked last night and you watched these games. In the Nuggets game alone, right? Both, you want to call it both ways. Mike Malone himself changed the full trajectory of that game. Once he got that tech and cussed that referee out, they got 3 back-to-back charges. 2 of them, one of them was a legit charge. The other 2, niggas is flopping and shit. And they got rules that should be followed. And it's happened tonight in the Celtics games too. When you look at that, the referees and how they're doing stuff there too. And then there's this commentary and everything out there. Shaq was saying it the other day. He was like, hey, the NBA is like a little scripted. They know what's going on, who's going where, what's going to happen, what games are going to happen, and everything like that. it's super interesting how they control the narrative. Right now, teams have to play to their ability, but when you get limited, it kind of sucks. Nuggets have been the better team these last few games or whatever, but they don't need any help. And the other teams don't need any other calls. I agree. Joker deserves the MVP calls like Kobe and Mike and LeBron was getting and stuff, and he's finally getting those calls. He deserves those calls or whatever. But there's been years where he wasn't getting shit. And it was the same thing with Shaquille O'Neal. He wasn't getting shit. So it's kind of hard to watch a sport that you played well at and see that. And you're like, golly, dude, like these referees are tragic. And it's at all levels. I've seen it at Little League.
Generational curse officiating in basketball. I always tell people it's part of the game. If you want to watch a sport, you don't have to worry about them catering to entertainment by allowing officials to control a game. You got to watch hockey or baseball.
True.
Because it is what it is.
Or golf.
I beg to differ on the hockey thing. You should see some of that shit.
The refs are fucked up.
It's nowhere to the level of NBA or football.
It's blatant in the NBA. Like,
have you watched a baseball game? Watching balls and strikes being called? Oh my god,
balls and strikes are stupid.
Those guys
AI does have a place for
those guys know when they see the whoever's behind the plate that day. They know the zone. They know where this guy's going to call. It's consistently shitty, but that's just what this guy does.
True.
Right.
Fair.
That's what I mean. You know what I mean? It's not.
If you don't like your team,
he doesn't change it through the game. It's fucked up the whole 9 innings, 10 innings if it goes extra inning. But it's when he's back there, these guys know. Oh fuck, Mikey's on the fucking mound today. Mikey's behind the plate today. Fuck, everything's gonna be low.
Right.
Played it. I dealt with it.
This is the thing. Those referees in the NBA, they know these players, right? So it's not that they just ref them all, but they stay in the same hotels with them. They see them in the lobbies. They talk to them. They do all this shit. I've seen it with my own bare eyes when I was in Memphis. I've seen it. They talk. They just like normal conversation and shit or whatever. Like, why you did this?
And you think
it just is like amazing. Like, think about the problems Chris Paul has had with that one referee.
Oh, I thought they was gonna fight with Tony Brothers.
Yeah, no matter what, it's going to be some issue with those two guys. There's referees that don't fuck with Bron, and he knows it, and there's always going to be an issue with that. It was the same with Jordan. It was the same with Kobe and shit like that. But why is that? There's supposed to be an impartial piece to the game. Call it by the rules. We have a flopping rule. They haven't even used it. We have a traveling rule.
Oh yeah, I don't know when the last time.
Double dribble exists too, don't it?
Fuck it.
I mean,
they just let these cats take 8 steps.
18 steps. You're like, wait,
call it a Euro step.
What was that? A travel? Like, so that's my hate. Like, I love watching this time of the season because you get to see these games, and there's been some good games, but let the players play. Like, we want to see them get down. Like, just be impartial. And by any means, like if it's playoff basketball, let it be known how you're going to call it and everything like that. You cannot put a pattern on how these NBA games are going to be called.
I will. Here's what I'm going to in the not to the. They get no defense at all because I think some of the shit that you've seen in these playoffs and some of these series has been absolutely fucking ridiculous. But the one thing that you do want to see, if they're going to call it shitty both ways.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're going to see the same thing that your team just got a foul called for, call it the same way the other way. And that's all I'm going to say.
So
and
Eric,
it doesn't happen.
If you're an official and you're running up and down the court and Lauren London's sitting courtside, you don't think you'll miss a couple calls?
Oh,
I'm 100% skipping a lot of calls.
But then you're gonna feel obligated to make it up for that team, and you're gonna call.
You know what I'm gonna tell them? I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna bring both teams together. I'm gonna say, "You seen this fine ass lady sitting right here? I'm sorry, I might miss a few calls, but this is how the game is gonna be called." And at least they'll respect me and be like, "Oh, at least this dude is being real and honest. Like he got Lauren London sitting out here in the front. Like, okay, But I mean, it's just no method to it. And a lot of these referees, sometimes some of them don't work together. Some might work the East Coast and West Coast, so they got to get used to each other's calls and shit too.
Some of them cats don't even like each other.
That is 100% the facts too.
You can see that. What's the white dude's he caught what's the cat that got caught by LeBron? He caught it in the jaw. Like he busted his lip up. It wasn't on purpose, but the ref got in the way.
That was I can't remember his name, but that was when they played Detroit.
Yes. It's that ref and Tony Brothers don't always get along.
Tony is notorious for players not liking him.
Red Cup boys conversation here.
Yeah, for real. Sorry. I went off on a rant. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
But that's my hate and stuff like that. And just motherfuckers that just can't make up their mind, or they do, and they don't get all the facts and shit. Like it's wild shit. So that's all my hate that I have. So that wraps up our hate of the week. Okay. Golf Gents always puts out the flies gear, so head over to golfgents.com for your casual weekend golf gear. Golf Gents is bringing you the golf gigging song of the week, and Marcus shoots over. Huh?
Can you also buy for your eyes only aesthetics?
Oh yeah, it's usually Mikey that calls on that, and I saw that, and I was waiting on that. But yeah, you can get For Your Eyes Only aesthetics if you go to that website also.
Spell that shit.
ESTHETICS.com. Boom, got it. So this golf gigging song of the week is by who, Suge?
Russell. We got Link Up, and it's Motion.
Now, I will say that my good guy Marcus, we exchange a lot of music throughout the week or whatever, and this is a song that he brought up, like because it was out there, and so we gonna hear about it and see what.
Mikey, how do you feel about that?
Huh?
Mikey, how do you feel? Mikey's mad.
I know, Mikey. I'm sorry.
There's a song on? I did. What's going on?
Oh.
Motion. Motion. Yeah. Hey, bitch, I'm in motion. Motion. Huh? I turn a 1 to a 2 and a 5 to a 10. I'll do that shit again. It was all a blur, had to wipe off the lens. Take a pic, then I'm gone with the wind. Big fish, you could tell by the fin. Doing well, could tell by what I mean. I hopped out the black Escalade, don't stop. Pay the driver for the day, nigga, I be doing a lot. My, oh my, what a run I'm on. Album 29 when you run this song. I've been at this in shirts and flip phones.
That's La Russell and Link Up Motion. The interesting thing about this guy, La Russell, as you said, he's putting out albums like Too Short. He said 29 of them. But this guy has I think it's his parents' house or something. And so he be putting on concerts in their backyard.
That's his crib.
It's his crib. So he be having people come through and he'll give a full concert. And he was doing that like once every weekend, doing that shit. Or
They
whatever.
used to drive around and make videos and shit, and it'd be like 50 motherfuckers just hanging out with them and shit.
And the interesting piece is, as I said before, that dude has saturated the market, found his way. Everyone is jumping on like albums and stuff with him. He had a album with Hit Boy, all produced by Hit Boy. He'll go down to the Bay and do all kind of shit there. Just everything. Our good friend Jay Green, whose birthday was this past week, went to his concert in California. He said it was one of the best concerts he's ever been to. So shout out to La Russell. So what's your all's thoughts on this, Mikey?
He was in motion.
Yes. Bingo. Chachi.
Actually, I like the cadence. I like the beats, but I'm gonna stay consistent. What the hell is he singing about? Like, I mean, if it's fun, it's fun.
Sure.
You know, it's likable. Sound like Most Def. It's likable.
Yeah, fair. Okay. Suge.
Think he's got great production. He's clear. You can hear him. I think that goes a long way for his personality and way he brings to the rap game. I think for the new school, it's refreshing to hear young cat do it the way that he's doing it and pay homage to before he's linking up with cats, making sure he's doing cameos and things like that too. So he's doing things the right way, man, and there's a lot of artists that can learn from him. So I'm all for him and what he's doing in his motion.
Marcus.
Just saying.
So I've been listening to Lil Russell. This song was it caught me because it had like a real good old school West Coast vibe to it, and but lyrically, the lyrics in this song do not scratch the surface to his lyrical talent. Like if you were to listen to his catalog, he just flips it. He's got it, and he can do stuff like this because his range is so broad and his following is so so huge. So if you haven't listened to him, just go listen to his catalog. I'm gonna kick y'all ass.
Yep. So yeah. I fucks with it. It's cool. Like I said, there's a time for party music, there's a time for lyricism, there's a time for, all kind of different like rap and lyrics and stuff like that. You just gotta pick and choose what you're in the mood for or whatever. I fucks with him, as you said, he's got a catalog and stuff like that. And he's coming up, like he's a young cat, and he's just coming up in Cali, and he's doing his own thing, making his own lane, right? So, be interesting. There's a few people coming out of Cali, and he's one of them. Even though the King of Cali, as y'all know, has been dropping little diss tracks out there to Mr. Drake himself, the light skinned bandit. So, shout out to Kendrick.
That's been a beatdown, man. I don't even know what to say. Beatdown.
Very.
So, I mean, yeah, it's good to see some competition. It's good to see like the ass shaking, weird, lean rap shit is kind of falling back, and these guys are out here rap battling and having some lyrics and talking about some shit. It's going a little personal. Man, you talk about me like that, we're gonna have to have a duel.
Yeah.
So. A duel.
Killing this motherfucker.
So
I challenge you to a duel.
Get your gloves. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to that. Hey, we're at that time of the show where we're gonna give our final shout outs. And so since we didn't let Mikey choose a song this week, but he's gonna choose next week or the next time we have this show, he gets to go first for his shout out. So Mikey, the floor is yours.
Shout out to the wife as always, my life partner. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for having me back on. Shout out to the Sunday crew. Chachi, it ain't the same without you, brother. We need you back. Hopefully you'll be back out there this Sunday if you want to venture out there with us again. Shout out to the game of golf. And last but not least, it was Mother's Day this last Sunday. Shout out to all the moms that are out there listening right now. And a special shout out to my mom as well.
Nice. Like it. Chachi.
Like Mikey said, shout out to my family as well. Couldn't do anything without them. They got my Popeyes chicken in there. I'm waiting to go eat some of that in a minute.
Yes, indeed.
But shout out to the Sunday crew. I miss you guys, man. I was like, let me just go out there and walk with them and ride with them. I'll be bored on Sundays without y'all. I'll be still waking up and like I'm gonna go. It's like 6:30. I'm awake. Like, they about to tee off right now at 7:30. So I miss y'all, but I can't wait to get out there. Other than that, shout out to you guys for having me on. I appreciate being on, talking sports, golf mainly, but even a little bit of basketball here and there.
Marcus.
As usual, shout out to my children, my wife, my Enid roommate. Shout out to you fellas. Shout out to the game of golf. Shout out to music. So it's just so much of it out there, and that's how I find these songs. It's just I like everything, and I even found a liking for country over the past year. So there's just so much of it out there. That's about it.
Should.
Shout outs to y'all fellas, man. Shout outs to my family. Shout outs to the game of golf. Starting to get in high gear here. Got a good weekend of golf. Maybe not so much work, which is okay. That's great, man. Unless you the boss. You know what I mean? So if you're the boss, let them motherfuckers watch some golf, man. But again, shout outs to the listeners. We appreciate y'all. And shout outs to the LPGA. They got a tournament too. We didn't mention it earlier, but they out there playing in New Jersey this weekend. So shout outs to the ladies out there doing their thing too. And shout outs to the Hard Knock Slicers, man. We got less than a month coming up, and hope everyone's getting ready and staying healthy, man. And Chachi, hope you get better too, man. For real. Over to you.
Shout out to my fan bam. I've run into a lot of people, like friends and friends of friends, that are going through stuff. So shout out to them and them trying to find their way and figure shit out and just get their lives together, finding their journey. Shout out for the love of golf. I love that because that's why we're here. Shout out to sundress and sandal season because it's my favorite, and it's a good time out there right now. Shout out to you fellas. Shout out to the Hard Knock Slicers. Hey, see you guys soon. Looking forward to it. Shout out to Say Strong. So our boy Matt, his girlfriend, granddaughter, has a brain tumor, and she has the diagnosis was not good, and so they're throwing on and raising money called Say Strong. It's like a race for this young lady, and a lot of us jumped in there and sponsored, and we're on the banners and done all that stuff. So shout out to Say Strong out there. Hopefully that young lady can stay strong out there. Shout out to that new Ping 10K driver that is in my golf bag, and it's beautiful. And it's a work of art. You slicers might be in trouble. Then shout out to Yeah We Golf Too. They reached out to me on Instagram and they talked about us and they love us and they love our show. But the one thing that they saw that they really like about us is that t-shirt that Chachi is donning. And they said, where can we get that shirt? So you guys got shirts coming soon. And that's about it, man. I love the listeners. I love all this. I love the game of golf. I'm all about love, peace, positivity this week. Next week, I may not be that way. So that's about it, Suge. What you got? We're up out of here.
Yeah, man. As we always tell you, check in on your folks. It's important. Sometimes you might be busy and, you got a lot of shit going on, a lot of work going on. But I will tell you that it's good to reset, good to get up with your folks. And make sure you do that, man. Sometimes you might have to do it virtually, but that's all right. It's better than not doing it at all, man. So that's what we try to tell you. Summer's coming up. Hopefully cooler heads prevail in situations. So we can all enjoy more golf. So that's what that's what I want to say to everyone out there. Be safe, man. And, make sure you schedule in that next round real soon. No more fucking snow out here. So it's on and popping, hopefully real soon. And on that note, man, over to you, because we out this motherfucker.
We up out of here. Hey, shout out to all you folks out there that's sweating and putting powder on your private parts. We up out of here.
Wow.
Don't be alarmed.
Next sponsored, Gold Bond.
This is El Negro.